Welcome back to Horoscope TV. If you are a Sagittarius, this episode is just for you.
It really is such an important one. We have so much to talk about today.
We really do. So we are looking at the period from May 11 to May 17th, 2026. And, let me tell you, you will want to tune in for this.
Oh, absolutely. Because this week brings like a magical mix of big adventures and, well, getting your daily life perfectly organized.
Right, which is a lot to juggle. I like to think of it like packing your bags for a really exciting road trip.
That is a perfect way to look at it. You have that big, exciting destination in mind.
Yeah, exactly. But it is like making sure all your bills are paid and your house is clean before you actually drive off.
Yes, because the whole theme of the week is about balancing that wild, fun nature of a Sagittarius
Yeah.
with some grounded, practical planning.
And nobody wants to be on a road trip and suddenly remember they left the oven on, right?
Exactly. That ruins the fun.
Yeah.
So we're going to look at the astrological charts and the astro data for the week to give you a clear map of what to expect.
I love that. A clear map is exactly what a Sagittarius needs right now. So what is the big picture here?
Well, when we analyze the overall energy shift, multiple planets are moving and interacting. And, it gives you all these chances to wipe the slate clean in so many areas of life.
Oh, wow. So it is like a fresh start across the board.
It really is. The astro data points to a massive reset if you are willing to do the practical work first.
Okay, so let's start with the practical work. Section 1, we are diving into career, work, and what the outline calls the magic shield.
Yes, the work zone is huge this week. Setting up a solid daily routine is the foundation for all the fun that happens later.
Right, you cannot pay for the road trip without going to work first. So let's look at May 11. What is going on there?
On May 11, we see the sun connecting with lucky Jupiter.
Okay, the sun and Jupiter, that sounds bright and positive.
It is extremely positive. This brings wonderful news about a project or maybe a very helpful chat with a friendly coworker.
Wait, let me push back on that a little bit, because Jupiter is the planet of luck, right?
Yes, it is the big luck bringer in the charts.
So does this mean you should just sit back at your desk and wait for good news to fall into your lap? Like, should you actively go looking for it?
I am so glad you asked that. No, do not just sit back. The astro data strongly suggests being open and ready to chat with people.
So you have to walk the halls a bit? You have to trigger the luck?
Exactly. You have to be in the hallway to have the lucky hallway chat. You cannot hide in your office.
That makes sense. You have to meet the universe halfway. So move around, talk to people on May 11. What happens after that?
Well, the talking part gets even better on May 13. The charts show Mercury making a happy connection to Jupiter.
A happy connection? Like what kind of connection?
It is called a sextile.
Yeah.
It is a very friendly, supportive angle in the astrological charts.
Okay, and Mercury is all about communication, right?
Right. So this gives you the ability to communicate brilliant ideas to your team perfectly.
Oh, that is amazing. Because sometimes you have a great idea, but, when you try to explain it, it just sounds like a mess.
We have all been there. But on May 13th, the words just flow. You have the big Jupiter vision and the smart Mercury words to explain it.
So if you have to do a presentation or pitch something to your boss, May 13 is the day.
Without a doubt. Circle that day on your calendar.
Done. Now, moving to May 14th, this one sounds so cool. The charts show a benefic enclosure.
Yes, a benefic enclosure. It is a very special event in the astrological charts.
Okay, break that down for me. What does it actually mean for a normal person at work?
Basically, it means your career zone is getting sandwiched between the two most helpful planets. They act like a guard.
Oh, wait. So it is basically like putting on invisible noise-canceling headphones that keep all the messy office drama far away from you.
I love that analogy, yes. It acts as a magical shield around your career reputation.
That is so wild. So if two coworkers are fighting or a project falls apart, it just bounces right off of you.
Exactly. The drama cannot touch you. You are completely protected by this shield in the astro data.
Man, I wish we could have that every day. Just walk into work with a drama shield.
It would be nice, right? But you only get it for a short time, so enjoy it on the 14th.
Okay, so we are shielded on the 14th. Then we hit May 16th and May 17th. The outline mentions new beginnings.
Yes, so on May 16th, we have a new moon in Taurus.
And new moons are usually about starting things, right?
Exactly. And because it is in Taurus, the charts highlight this as the absolute best time to start a new job or launch a daily project.
But Taurus is a really slow earth sign. Sagittarius is fast fire. How does that mix?
It mixes perfectly because Taurus brings long-term success. It is slow, sure, but it builds something that actually lasts.
Oh, I get it. It is not a quick win. It is a permanent win.
Exactly. You are planting a heavy, solid seed. And once that is planted, things speed up again on May 17th.
Right, because by May 17, Mercury enters Gemini.
Yes, which is Mercury's favorite place to be.
And Gemini is super fast, so your mind will process information incredibly fast, making it easy to juggle multiple tasks at once.
You will feel like a superhero. You planted the solid roots on the 16th, so your brain can safely run at top speed on the 17th.
That is a great workflow. Slow and steady on Wednesday, lightning fast on Thursday.
It really is the perfect setup for your career.
Okay, so if the career is running that smoothly, the money must be coming in. Let's move to section 2. Money matters and guilt-free budgets.
Yes, because now that the career is shielded, it naturally leads to how you handle your cash.
Right, because making money is only half the battle. Keeping it is the hard part.
So true. And on May 14th and 15th, the astro data shows some really helpful energy for this.
What happens on the 14th?
The Sun and Mercury join together in Taurus. When we analyze this, it brings total mental clarity to review a personal budget.
Oh, wow. So you just sit down, look at your bank app, and it all makes sense.
Completely. The confusion is gone. You will easily spot areas to save cash for future adventures.
Like realizing you spend way too much on coffee, and if you start, you can afford a plane ticket next month.
Exactly like that. The math just clicks. And then on the 15th, the moon enters Taurus.
And what does the moon in Taurus feel like?
It brings a very calm and grounded feeling about your long-term wealth goals.
So no panicking that you are not rich yet. Just a nice, calm, steady feeling.
Right. You feel secure. Which leads right into that new moon in Taurus on the 16th.
Oh, right, the planting seeds day. So how does that work for money?
The new moon is perfect for opening a new savings account or organizing your daily expenses.
I love that. Just doing the boring, basic things that actually make you wealthy.
Exactly. But there is a catch on May 16th.
Uh-oh. I knew it could not all be easy. What is the catch?
Well, the charts show a meeting between Mars and Chiron on May 16th.
Mars and Chiron. Okay. The outline says this might cause minor stress about spending too much money on fun activities.
Yes, that is exactly how it usually plays out for a fire sign.
How should you handle that feeling? Because the Sagittarius loves to spend money on fun. It is kind of their thing.
It is their thing. But when Mars hits Chiron, you might look at your receipt and just feel this heavy wave of guilt.
Like, oh no, I bought drinks for everyone and now my rent is due. That kind of feeling.
Yes, a sharp sting of stress. But the key here is to simply adjust the budget without feeling guilty.
Wait, adjust it without guilt? How do you just turn off the guilt?
By analyzing it as a simple math problem. The stars want you to have fun, just with a little sensible planning.
So you just say, okay, I spent too much yesterday, so I will eat leftovers for the next 3 days.
Precisely. You balance the scale and you drop the emotional baggage.
That is huge. Just fix the math. Do not beat yourself up.
Right, because if you do that, by the end of the week, total financial confidence comes rushing back.
I am celebrating that. By May 17, you feel totally confident with your money again.
Yes, the stress just dissolves once you make that little adjustment.
That is such a relief. So work is good, money is sorted. That means we have the emotional freedom to focus on matters of the heart.
Yes, section 3, love, romance, and emotional healing. And things get very passionate this week.
Passionate. I like the sound of that. Where does it start?
It starts on May 13th when the moon enters Aries.
Okay, Aries. That is a fire sign, just like Sagittarius.
Exactly. This highlights your romance zone and brings brave, bold energy.
So you are feeling fearless, like ready to take a risk.
Very fearless.
Yeah.
You will feel totally ready to express your true feelings to someone special.
Like finally sending that text or asking someone out without overthinking it for 5 hours.
Yes. You will not hesitate. The fire energy just pushes you forward.
That is awesome. But, being brave is one thing. Actually saying the right words is another.
Which is why May 14 is so important. Remember, the Sun and Mercury meeting up.
Oh, right. The total mental clarity day.
Yes, and in love, that helps you speak honestly about what you need from a partner to feel safe.
So it is not just flirting. It is actually communicating your real needs.
Exactly. It is very mature communication.
It is like finally handing your partner the instruction manual on how to best care for your heart.
That is the best way to put it. Yes, an instruction manual.
Like, hey, when I am stressed, I need you to do X, Y, and Z.
And because of the astro data that day, your partner will actually understand the manual.
Which is a miracle in itself, because normally they just guess and get it wrong.
Right. But on the 14th, the words land perfectly.
Okay, but then we hit May 16 and 17, and we have to talk about Mars meeting Chiron again.
Yes, that explosive combination of action and the wounded healer.
We talked about it causing money stress, but how does it affect romance?
When we look at the charts, this specific event might bring up an old emotional wound regarding romance.
Ugh, an old wound. Like thinking about an ex who broke your heart or a fight you had years ago.
Yes, exactly like that. It might trigger a deep insecurity that you thought you were over.
But wait, why? If you just handed them the instruction manual and things are great, why bring up the old junk?
I know, it seems unfair. But I want to emphasize the why here. This happens so you can finally heal and move forward.
So it is like pulling out a splinter. It hurts for a second, but it has to come out so it does not get infected.
That is exactly the point. The astro data pushes the wound to the surface so you can clean it out for good.
Okay, so it is an emotional detox. That sounds rough, but necessary. How long does the pain last?
Not long at all. Because by May 17, Venus connects with Chiron.
Venus is the planet of love, right? So what does that connection do?
It acts like a soothing medicine.
Yeah.
It brings a beautiful sense of peace and forgiveness.
Oh, wow. So you feel that sting on the 16th, but by the 17th, you feel totally forgiven and at peace.
Yes, it allows love to flow freely again. You clear the blockage, and the relationship gets stronger.
That is a beautiful process. Hard work, but worth it.
Definitely worth it. But doing all that emotional heavy lifting takes a lot out of you.
Oh, totally. Crying or dealing with old trauma is exhausting.
Which brings us directly to section 4. Health, wellness, and listening to your body.
Right, because you need a strong body to support that adventurous spirit. You cannot go on the road trip if you are exhausted.
Exactly. And the week starts off so well physically. Let's look at May 11 again.
The day the Sun and Jupiter connect. We said that brings work luck, but what about health?
The astro data shows this connection gives a wonderful glow and a strong immune system.
Oh, I love that. You just wake up feeling vibrant and healthy.
Yes, you start the week with great energy. You will feel like you can take on the world.
Okay, but I am looking ahead to May 16 again. The universe's check engine light.
Yes, our friend Mars meeting Chiron again. It affects everything this week.
So what is the check engine light warning us about?
Well, Mars rules physical action and Chiron rules wounds. So it can bring up old sports injuries or muscle pains if you push too fast.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If a Sagittarius wakes up feeling bold because of that fire energy and decides to run a marathon without training, that is a bad idea.
That is a terrible idea, yes. The universe is telling you to slow down and heal rather than force extreme workouts.
So do not try to lift twice as much at the gym. Do not go on a 10-mile hike if you have not walked all winter.
Exactly. If you do, that old knee injury from high school is going to act up instantly.
Okay, so the stars are literally saying, take it easy, stretch, take a bath.
Yes, respect your body's limits. And this pairs perfectly with the new moon in Taurus on the same day.
Right, the planting seeds moon. So we plant career seeds, money seeds, and now health seeds.
Yes, the charts show it is the perfect time to start sensible, long-lasting habits.
Like what is a sensible Taurus habit?
Like deciding to eat more vegetables with dinner or taking a daily walk around the block. Nothing extreme.
So no crazy juice cleanses or weird internet diets, just, drinking more water.
Just drinking more water.
Yeah.
Small, boring, but deeply effective choices.
And if you listen to that and you do not run the marathon, how do you feel at the end of the week?
By May 17th, the week ends with your mind and body feeling completely refreshed and relaxed.
That is the goal right there, a totally refreshed mind.
Yes, you survive the heavy emotional days and you feel great.
Okay, so to wrap up the week, we need to talk about Section 5, the astrological toolkit.
Yes, the matches, numbers, and colors. This is where we tell you exactly who to spend your time with.
And more importantly, who to avoid, because energy vampires are real.
They absolutely are. So when we analyze the charts, your best match this week is Aries.
Okay, Aries. Why are they the perfect partner for this specific week?
Because they share your matching fiery, wild energy. You just understand each other right now.
Let's break that down day by day. What happens with an Aries on May 11?
On May 11, the astro data shows they both want to travel. You both have that Jupiter urge to explore.
So if you text an Aries and say, let's drive 2 hours just for a slice of pizza, they are already in the car.
They are holding the map. No convincing needed.
I love that. And what about May 13?
On May 13th, your physical energy matches perfectly. You both want to move fast and be bold.
Okay, but what about May 14? That is the day we hand over the instruction manual and talk about boundaries. Aries is fire. Do they even want to talk about daily habits?
Surprisingly, yes. Because of the clear communication in the sky, talks about daily habits are actually fun with them.
Like you can make it a friendly competition.
Exactly. You challenge them to see who can stick to their budget better, and they will love it.
Oh, that is a great hack. use their competitive fire to help you get organized.
It works perfectly. And on May 16th, when that old emotional wound comes up, they do not run away.
Really, they stick around for the messy stuff.
Yes, you can fix an old problem together and even start that sensible fitness routine together.
Wow, so they are really a rock for you this week. And how does it end on May 17?
You will share brilliant ideas and laughter all day long. It is a fantastic connection.
Okay, Aries is on speed dial. Now, who is the absolute worst match this week?
The charts are screaming that you need to avoid Pisces.
Pisces. Okay, water sign. Why is there such a clash between fire and water this week?
Because Pisces will completely drain your bright energy. The water puts out your fire.
Oh, no. Let's break this one down, too. On May 11, you want to explore, what does Pisces want?
While you want to conquer the world, Pisces wants to cry in bed.
Oh, wow. That is a completely different vibe.
Yes, they are feeling overwhelmed by the sky's energy, so they just want to hide.
And if you try to drag them out for pizza, it's just going to end in tears.
Definitely. And on May 13, when you are feeling bold and direct, it gets worse.
Because you just say what is on your mind, right?
Yes, and your direct words will break Pisces' fragile feelings. You will think you're just being honest, and they will think you are attacking them.
That is the worst. You are just trying to be clear.
I know. And on May 14th, the communication day, they are not reading the instruction manual you give them.
Wait, why not? If communication is perfect in the sky, why can't they understand me?
Because Pisces gets lost in daydreams and forgets plans. You want logical structure, and they're floating in an emotional fog.
That sounds incredibly frustrating. And then May 16 hits.
Yes, the day-old wounds pop up.
How does a fight with a Pisces go on May 16?
Pisces becomes extremely needy and might play the victim in an argument.
Oh, and a Sagittarius hates feeling trapped by guilt.
Exactly. Making you feel trapped is the quickest way to make you angry.
So it is just a toxic mix. And by May 17...
Their fast Gemini logic will just confuse Pisces completely.
Yeah, trying to hang out with a Pisces this week is like trying to fly a kite in a rainstorm. It just will not work.
That is the perfect analogy. Just give them some space until next week.
Will do. Okay, let's hit the lucky extras. I have the list right here. The best dates to take action are May 11, May 13th, and May 16th.
Yes. If you need to make a big move, use those days.
Awesome. And lucky numbers to watch out for: 3, 12, 21, 30, 39, and 48.
Keep an eye out for those numbers on receipts or clocks or important documents.
And the color of the week to wear or focus on is purple.
Yes, purple channels that big Jupiter energy beautifully.
Perfect. So let's summarize this whole journey. This is a week for healing old romantic and physical wounds.
Yes, pulling the splinters out.
It is a week for speaking clearly and letting the Taurus energy help build a beautiful, secure daily routine.
It is a lot of building, but it is deeply rewarding.
I love that. So I know you always have a final thought for us. What should we be thinking about?
I want to leave you with a provocative thought. Since the stars are giving you a magical shield at work and a clean slate for your health, ask yourself this.
Okay, I am ready.
What is the one daily habit you have been afraid to change because you thought it would be too hard?
Oh, that is a tough question. We all have that one habit we ignore.
We do. But this is the week the universe will do the heavy lifting for you. So think about what you want to change.
Wow, that is incredibly powerful. Just pick the hard habit and let the universe help you fix it.
Exactly. The energy is there. You just have to use it.
Well, thank you for listening to the episode on Horoscope TV. Be sure to subscribe so that you can get notified when the next episode is available. See you next week, Sagittarius.